Hey guys, this is Legendary Narwhal back again. Today, we're looking at Civilization 5, the Gods and Kings expansion. So, this just came out a couple days ago, and I've been wanting to show this off to you guys, mostly because I've put around 80 hours or so into Civilization 5, and it was a good game. I've recently kind of gotten away from Civ 5, going more towards a game that is a turn-based RTS. It's called Warlock Master of the Arcane, and I initially began to do a playthrough of that on this channel, and then E3 happened, and I saw PlanetSide 2, and then started to put out PlanetSide 1 footage, in hopes of kind of getting a lot of people psyched up for PlanetSide 2, because it's going to be amazing. But I am almost done rendering and uploading the footage I have for the original PlanetSide, so I will be back to regular upload schedules very soon, which will be Legend of Grimrock and Warlock Master of the Arcane. And then, additionally, I'll probably get on the WoW beta again and do some stuff. I have heard that, as of me recording this, it is June 21st, a Thursday. On the 22nd, which is Friday, I've heard people say that they're going to begin raid testing on the PTR, so I'm going to try and get some of that for you guys. I'll do the best that I can to record some, but for now, Gods and Kings. So let's see. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the new empires that have been added into the game. So let's see. Attila is new. Attila was not there before, as far as I'm aware. So, raises cities faster, borrow names from other game civs, start with animal husbandry. Okay, so basically, you can get, he's all about kind of getting horses right off of the bat with free animal husbandry, and then you get more production for all the different pastures you have. So you want to get horses with him. It's got horse archers and battering rams, which look pretty cool. That picture looks pretty cool. I like that. That's new. Boudica? Yes, we'll go with that. +1 faith. So faith is something that is new. Faith is a new resource in this game. I have played this a little bit before making this video. I've played this game a little bit already just so that I can kind of have some idea of what's going on. To my understanding so far, faith is something that you gather and it lets you form a religion, which when you form a religion, you get to pick benefits, and then as your faith continues to build up after that, you can spend faith, kind of like gold, to purchase people like inquisitors or missionaries. And you can send missionaries to other cities, or even your own cities, and there's an option to kind of preach your religion to them. And if the majority of the citizens in a given city follow your religion, then the entire city will convert to whatever your religion is. And usually the benefits that you choose for getting a religion are like, for every city that follows this religion, you gain +1 production or something like that. So it's pretty good. The benefits are really nice. So this one seems to be all about kind of getting faith. So 1 faith per city with an adjacent unimproved forest. So you're essentially not improving a tile, but that basically makes it into a faith tile improvement, I guess, by not doing that. 2 faith with 3 or more adjacent. So I guess the goal here is to build a city in the middle of a forest and then not improve those forest tiles and then improve everything else around them, and those forest tiles will turn into faith generators, I guess. It's a little bit odd. Here, this is another new one. Okay, all coastal cities get a free harbor. That's pretty awesome. Trade routes are basically going to be set up for free then, as long as you're making them on coastlines. May cross mountains after you have a great general, and then if they end up on a mountain at the end of the turn, they take 50 HP damage. This is a change that I've seen. In the original game, everything had 10 HP. It's now changed to 100. So everything now has 100 HP, and that's a good thing, in my opinion. It's something that Warlock Master of the Arcane had over the original version of this game, because in the original version, when everything had 10 HP, if you had really late game units, like say a giant death robot, and someone else had a really early game unit, like say a scout, then they were basically guaranteed to do a tenth of your health, because they would do 1 damage. I don't think it was possible to not do damage. So you're a giant death robot and they're hitting you with sticks, or you're using a stealth bomber against some long swordsmen that are like fucking medieval era, and they're throwing what looks to be like medieval style Molotov cocktails at your stealth bomber and actually hitting it and doing damage. Just ridiculous stuff like that. Warlock Master of the Arcane kind of cut that out by actually, you were able to be immune to certain types of damage if you had the right defense, so it was possible to take no damage from certain things. By bumping up HP to 100, they've really freed up the damage meters, I guess you could call them. So now, regular units of equal strength are probably going to be doing 20 to 30 or 40 damage to each other, and really, really advanced units against really, really new units are probably going to, well, the advanced unit's probably going to one-shot them, and then the really new unit, the really noob unit, the really weak one, is probably only going to hit the advanced one for 1 or 2 damage, since there's 100 base pool to choose from. But let's see, they get a weird boat, and they get African forest elephants. Okay. Elephant convoys over mountains, I guess. That's cool. No, Genghis Khan's been in the game. He's been in the game. This guy hasn't, though. Sweden. 90 influence with a great person gift to a city-state. When declaring friendship, Sweden and their friend gain a 10% boost to great person generation. So this guy's about, when you become friends with a city-state, you get a bonus boost to great people generation, and if you end up giving that great person over to the city-state, you basically instantly become allies, which is pretty nice. Or you could use the great person for yourself. Okay. This guy, so 20% bonus in combat when you're fighting units from a civilization that has more cities than you. So if you're going to go with the whole one city to rule them all style of play, then you're going to have a permanent 20% combat bonus. So that's pretty cool. No, they've been in the game. There are a couple, like, this guy, I think Polynesia and the Iroquois, like, they weren't in the original game, but they were here in various other expansions. This is Austria was the one I was playing, and the other one I was doing. So, diplomatic marriage can spend gold to annex or puppet an allied city-state. So if you get a city-state to be your ally, you have the option to choose diplomatic marriage and pay 750 gold to just instantly take that city for yourself. You can either completely annex it for your control or just leave it as a puppet. But that's pretty cool, especially because it basically enables you to get cities all across the map. You know, if your scout's running around early on and you discover all these city-states later on, you can say, hey, well, I'm just going to give you a whole bunch of gold, and now you're my ally, and then I'm going to spend another 750, and all of a sudden you're my city, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you can have a lot of your territory just everywhere scattered around the map, so that's pretty awesome. What else do we got here? This guy's new. Yeah, this guy's new. So, after researching theology, receive a bonus grade person at the end of every long count calendar cycle. Each monster can only be chosen once. Okay. Now, hang on. Isn't a year a turn? Isn't one turn 1 year? Isn't that how it works? So, if that's true, then basically this is saying, oh, well, you get a free great person every 394 turns of the game. Each bonus person can only be chosen once, so that has a limit on it, too. I don't know, I'm not too thrilled with that. I mean, it's a passive that has a limit to it, which isn't good at all. That's really really bad. Things like this too, like Napoleon, like you gain culture per turn before discovering steam power. Like this isn't going to help you for the entire game. This guy will. Babylon's passive is amazing. Japan's passive is amazing. But the Mayans, that's really really bad. This guy's been in here for a while. Who else is new? Korea's been here. Byzantine hasn't been here. What is that bitch doing? She's lounging, I guess. Got a boat, and then I can't tell if that's a gun or a bow. I'm assuming that's a ranged unit. So you choose one more belief than normal when you found a religion. So by spreading religion, you can kind of get an extra benefit. So that's cool, I guess. That's really shit. So basically, okay, so for the Netherlands, you keep half of the happiness benefits from a luxury resource if your last copy of it is traded away. So I guess if you're really, really into trading resources to other people to keep them happy, then this is good, because you can just trade away all your luxury resources to other people to keep them happy and not worry, because you'll still gain some benefit, even if you don't actually have it. You'll still get half of the benefit you would normally, I guess. I mean, personally, I never give away the last copies of stuff to NPCs in this game, so that doesn't sit right with me at all. And then China's been in here since release. Okay. Fuck, who are we gonna play? Who are we going to play? I've kind of tried Austria already, so I don't want to pick Austria, because I've kind of already done that. But at the same time, like, I don't want to pick people like this one that's, like, really shit. Like, in my opinion, that's really bad. Let's go with, let's go with Ditto. Let's go with Carthage. Let's do that. Okay, we'll pick that. Well, if I pick Archipelago, that's kind of cheap doing that, because I would get free harbors all the time. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick Archipelago. So that's kind of cheap, but I don't really care that much. I usually play on huge. We probably shouldn't do that. Let's just do standard. I don't want it to be too massive. We're not doing deity, that's for damn sure. Large advantages. That's normal. And that's easy, and then that's beginner, and then that's like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Well, you know what? There's new stuff. There's new units and stuff. Let's just go settler. This is to show stuff off. It's not to tell how good I am at the game or how much I suck at it. It's just to show stuff off. And then here's the other thing. I usually pick Marathon for most of the games that I make, because I feel like Marathon is really the best way to play, because Marathon, if you find ruins, for example, in the beginning of the game, and say you get a free technology off of them, that really, really impacts your game, like heavily impacts your game, because in Marathon, it could take 20 to 30, even 40 turns to research a technology really early on, because it's supposed to take a really long time. So if you get something for free in Marathon, like a great scientist, if you rush like knowledge of something, or a great engineer and you're building a wonder, if you're building a wonder in your city and you use a great engineer to rush its production to be done like the next turn, you can usually shave off like 40 to 50 turns on certain actions, and that can really put you ahead by a lot. So the reason why I play Marathon is basically just because your choices matter. When you play quick, everything takes so little time to do that if you manage to create a couple wonders and get a free technology and stuff, it doesn't really matter. Everyone else is still very much on par with you. In Marathon, that is not the case. If you pull ahead, then if they don't pull ahead, you're going to stay ahead for the remainder of the game. The one that I'm doing now that I was trying before, I forget what difficulty I had it on. It wasn't 1 or 2. I think it might have been 3 or 4. It was probably just normal. But I was playing Marathon, and I'm past Industrial right now, and there's still people that are entering Renaissance. So there are people that are at the very tail end of Medieval, and I'm already like 2 technologies away from the Atomic Age. Okay, so it really matters. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to pick quick because I don't want this to be a huge series that just goes on forever and ever. So, let me see. Advanced setup. What can we do to kind of speed this up? What can we do? Resources. Let's just say that they're abundant. Let's just put stuff everywhere. I might need certain resources to make certain new units, so let's just do that. I will leave that. I'm not going to mess with the rest of that. Fuck time victory, that's retarded. Everything else goes, that's fine, but time, that's ridiculous. Policy, promotion, saving. No, we'll give them start bias, that's fine. For the purpose of this, let's turn barbarians off, just to take a little load off of our mind. Espionage, there are spies in this game now, so obviously I need to leave that on so that I can show you kind of the spy thing. Alright, we're not going to do anything else, so we're going to go ahead and start the game. I'm going to go ahead and cut this here. This is going to be the first part. I'll probably title this the first look at the new empires. The next video here is going to be the start of our game. That, and I usually get like 2 FPS on the loading screen with fraps on, so if I turn this off and don't record it, it will be faster. So I might as well just cut it in chunks at the same time. So this has been Legendary Narwhal, and I'll see you guys next time, which is in like 1 minute.